Hi, I'm Diane Macedo. We have breaking news right now. Authorities have confirmed the capture of Danelo Cavalcante, the escaped killer in Pennsylvania who had been on the run for nearly 2 weeks. State police will reveal the details of the capture in a press conference at 9:30 Eastern time. We will bring that to you when it happens. But right now, let's go straight to Morgan Norwood on the phone there in Kennett Square, and ABC's News contributor, former FBI agent Brad Garrett, for more. Morgan, what's the latest? What can you tell us about this capture?
Hey, good morning to you. Yeah, police announcing this just a short time ago that they have captured Danelo Cavalcante. Look, we are 14 days. 14 days police had been searching. Look, the state of Pennsylvania, especially the residents of Pocatson Township, I'd imagine are breathing a sigh of relief this morning, right? You know, he is captured. We know that he was armed with that rifle for almost 24 hours after, grabbing it from an open garage. I'd imagine that this latest sighting, right, gave police the evidence that they needed to really close in. We saw them establish that perimeter late yesterday, another overnight. And of course, we're learning that Danelo Cavalcante was ultimately captured. While we are still waiting on details for the capture, of course, that press conference set to happen in a few moments. Again, it was that sighting that ultimately gave police the evidence that they needed to close in the footprints after he ran away from the homeowners who shot at him. The hoodie also found a fresh scent for the dogs. We saw tactical officers out in droves yesterday, which kind of indicated that perhaps the strategy for the search had kind of shifted, ramped up. Again, we had an armed and dangerous killer wandering the woods, potentially the streets. This morning, Diane, these surrounding communities here breathing a sigh of relief that they're finally able to have their community back. And then also that this convicted killer is in custody.
Brad, this was a nearly 2-week-long manhunt, and an intense one is that. We saw the search area expand, contract, expand, move. And then, of course, the big development when police revealed that Cavalcante had stolen a gun. So what's your reaction to now hear that he's finally in custody, given your experience on cases like this?
So it actually doesn't surprise me. I'm amazed that he's lasted 2 weeks. But, we didn't know about his potential skill set to survive in wooded and or forest or jungle type atmosphere that he would have experienced, I believe, in Brazil. And so what happens is he was able to quickly sort of move and stay, I think most of the time, a little bit ahead of where law enforcement had set up a perimeter. But the two things that probably, or three things that got him caught, one is his exhaustion. Two is I think they were really able in the last 24 hours to narrow their search perimeter. And it sounds like, we'll know more in a few minutes, that they got a tip. In other words, I just saw him, he just entered my garage, whatever it might be. And that's the tip, if you're available, is when you catch these guys. And I think some version of that is probably what happened.
Morgan, this guy wasn't just off in the woods. He was spotted on people's doorstep. He was spotted in someone's garage while the homeowner was there. That was the incident where he stole the rifle and was shot at by the resident. So what does this mean for the community there? Because this has been quite the ordeal for them, knowing that this man was out there and not shy about coming near people's homes or on their property.
Yeah, he wasn't shy about it at all, Diane. We heard police, echo the fact that, they believed that he was desperate. And we saw that desperation, willing to do whatever he needed to do to remain hidden, whether it be going to people's homes, breaking into homes, getting into garages, stealing a rifle. So that blanket of anxiety, that had been, permeating throughout these communities, various communities at that, one after another, has now lifted. Look, there's a sigh of relief. Even the governor acknowledged what he described as a moment of deep worry yesterday during that press conference, trying to reassure the public, the surrounding communities, that they would capture him. And so, of course, we are now at that moment where these communities can now breathe a sigh of relief, can now relax a little bit, knowing that this guy is in custody, Diane.
And we believe we are looking at the vehicle that's transporting Danelo Cavalcante right now as we speak. Brad, talk me through the process. What happens now that he's in custody?
Well, for sure, he's not going back to the Chester County Prison. So we'll start with that. I think what they'll do is the state police may perhaps take him to one of their facilities and process him, or they may take him directly to a state prison. I think now the big concern is we've got him in custody. We can't even set up the potential that he could get away again. So my guess would be they would take him directly to a state prison and stick him in maximum security at that facility.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.